We received a direct mail advertisement for a mortgage refinance, and it offers up to 2 payments to be deferred. It offers deferring up to 2 payments. Is this legit? Uh, this is an interesting question. I kind of chuckled at this when we got it. Short answer is, as you can see in the top bullet point, yeah, it's legit. And all it reflects actually is a long-standing, been around forever. It's a mortgage refinance trick of the trade. And what it underscores is if you're going to pursue a refinance, and I say refinance, by the way, because refinance is where a borrower really has some control on the timeline of your transaction. If you're in a purchase, a whole different ballgame. You don't necessarily have any say on what time of the month you can close, based on what you negotiated with the seller as to the escrow period. But when it comes to a refinance, you have the ability to basically, time your closing to help take advantage of this potential deferral of 2 months payment. So that's why I say timing is everything. And the fundamental basis of why this can, help you in terms of skipping 2 monthly payments is because of the fact that with mortgage payments, interest is paid in arrears. It's not paid ahead like rent. If you make a rent payment on September 1, you're paying for September. If you're paying a mortgage payment on September 1, you're paying the interest due in August. So that's important key point to note when you're looking at the potential of deferring 2 monthly payments. So what you want to do if you're getting a refi, and I always bring this up, is you want to time your closing to be right around the 10th of the month. Why would that be? Well, again, that first of the month payment, you actually have, as most people probably know, a 15-day grace period. It's due on the first of the month, but you can basically pay it by the 16th and not incur a late charge. So I argue if you want to skip 2 monthly payments, time your closing of your refi to be right at around the 10th, maybe 11th, maybe 12th of the month, but probably no later than that, because you do need to allow enough time for the proceeds of your new refinance loan to get sent to your existing loan lender to get that paid off before the 16th of the month. Now, if you close on the 10th of the month on a refi, and if your first payment was due the first of that month and you haven't paid it yet, you have the potential of skipping that payment, which I would urge in most cases, that's a good thing to do. So that's the first part of skipping the 2 payments. Then the next thing to know is when you close a loan on the 10th of the month, and let's use September again. Let's say you close September 10th. The first payment on the new loan isn't going to be until November 1. As I put on the bullet point, the first payment on the new loan will be 30 days from the first of the month following the month you close. Again, if you close September 10th, you're going to pay prorated interest, prepaid interest on the new loan through the end of that month, but the first payment due on the new loan isn't going to be until November 1, 50 days away. So as a consequence, by closing on the 10th of the month, you can skip that first of the month payment due in the month you're closing, and then you're going to skip making a payment on the first of the following month after you've closed, because the first payment isn't due until another 30 days after that. And as I put there, voila, you've skipped 2 monthly payments. So a good question. Anytime you're getting a refinance, you should consider this strategy if you want to try to time it so you can, and this is one case where you do want to sort of time the transaction, if not time the market. Try to time it to where you can actually have that benefit of skipping 2 monthly mortgage payments, because, from a household cash flow perspective, that can be a good benefit, particularly if you consider what time of year it is. Let's say, anybody pursuing a refi now, this could be a good strategy to potentially skip a mortgage payment November 1 and December 1, which would be great as you're going into the holidays, because you're going to be spending more money for gifts and celebrations and so forth. So a good question. I hope that helps explain that little trick of the trade. And it is legit, and it's something you should definitely consider if you're going to refinance your loan.